Welcome back to another episode of SNEED-CAST. I'm your host, Alexa, and today I'm here with our trade show coordinator, Daniel. We're going to be giving you some advice and some resources on how to make the most of your time at PACK EXPO. So, starting off, Daniel, you are our trade show coordinator.
That's right.
You definitely plan out a lot of the beforehand stuff before we actually get to the show. Could you tell us a little bit about, your process?
So especially with scheduling everything out before a show,
Right.
a lot of it is just making sure to get everything packed together for the show, getting it inside the crate, contacting our shipping freight services, getting that all booked to make sure all of our items get there.
Right.
I know there's been a couple times where we thought it wasn't there. And then, of course, setting up everything with the booth, with the show, getting the right carpeting so it's all matching color, and then getting our badges registered, getting our lead retrieval, so that way when we're at our show, we're not writing everybody's contact information down and just scanning their badge to get all their information that we need so that we can reach out later on.
Right.
Besides that, that's really all that there is to it, to get everything scheduled so that everything goes smoothly once we're at the show.
And what's some advice that you would give some newcomers to the show?
For newcomers to the show, especially you want to make sure to wear comfortable shoes,
Right.
whether you're attending the show or you're exhibiting, because for attendees, you're walking around the whole floor of the show, so there's tons of booths that you're visiting, and you're walking from one end over to the other. And then especially for people that are exhibiting there, you're standing all day waiting for prospects to come to the booth, so that you're standing there for quite a while. And the only times you really get a break is if you can go grab something to eat, or if you have anything scheduled with someone before the show, then you get sit down for a little bit to talk to them.
Right. I know one of the pieces of advice that I have, especially since you mentioned that there's just like an endless sea of exhibitors out there. So PACK EXPO actually has an official app that people can download, and there's a section called the My Show Planner app or feature. So it lets you add all of the exhibitors, all of the products that you're looking forward to, and you can kind of map it out that way instead of just wandering the endless halls, because I know that the Vegas show is definitely one of the biggest ones out there, right?
Yeah, it's definitely one of the biggest, especially with switching over to the Chicago show that they swap between each year.
Right.
Chicago one's probably going to be a little bit bigger, but always, right at the beginning, trying to set up that show planning, making sure you're knowing which exhibitors you want to go visit as an attendee, or maybe even as someone who's exhibiting, if there's someone else you want to contact. But getting that floor plan, seeing where they're located, so that you can map out your trip rather than just going from one end of the show all the way to the other just to visit two different booths.
Right. And then I know another feature that PACK EXPO does have is Pack Match. So it's essentially where, say you're a small to medium-sized business or just a business owner in general, and you're looking for, say, coding, packaging, labeling solutions, manufacturing, any kind of solution out there, but you're not really sure what direction to go in. Pack Match actually has advisors that you can schedule consultations with, and they'll help you narrow down, what exhibits it is that would be more ideal toward your business or products as well. When it comes to our booth, do we have experts on standby that are going to be helping us guide customers or potential leads to choosing the right equipment for their process?
Most certainly. We're loaded. I'll be there. Ken, then our two national account managers, Santos and Tom. Then we have some technicians from our tech team that'll be there at the show. So if you have questions about coding equipment, especially if that's something you're just getting into, we always want to make sure to walk you through that process and make sure you have the right equipment, no matter at what stage of your production line that you're in. Whether you're just starting, or maybe there's high-end equipment that you need for end-of-the-line packaging, we're there too.
And we know that it's definitely not just about walking around and seeing the exhibits, seeing all of the products, tuning into the seminars. It's also about making meaningful and lasting connections, right?
Of course.
As a trade show coordinator, have you ever attended any of the networking events at these trade shows?
Yes, so the networking events, if they're at the end of the show or it's not during the show, it's a little bit easier for us to attend. Otherwise, it's someone gets left behind and the other one can go attend that event. But yes, after those shows, if there's any network events, those are great to attend. Sometimes there's free beer too, so and free snacks and anything to eat on. So those are pluses, but
Right.
also just getting out there and meeting everyone else at those social events, and then sometimes they have even concerts that's going on. So depending on the event, it can be quite fun as well.
Right. I know one of the ones that we're definitely looking forward to is Top Golf for young professionals. I think that's
right.
going to be a really fun one. Aside from that, what other advice would you give to attendees coming to PACK EXPO, or any final notes?
For people just going to the show, just always making sure to take that time, look at everything that you plan out exactly what you want to visit, and then also just checking out events that are going on at the show too. That way, once you get there, you're not searching up things to look at as you're at the show, because that can just overwhelm you and you're not exactly sure what you're going to do, and then you're not going to get the most out of your visit either.
Okay, Daniel, thank you so much for all of this information. We are going to be turning it over to Ken, who's with Sam in the warehouse. They're going to be showing us some of the equipment that we're actually going to be bringing out to PACK EXPO.
Perfect. Awesome.
Well, thanks, Alexa. Yeah, I am here in the warehouse. I've come over here and interrupted our friend Samuel from Tech Services. He was over here getting all of our equipment ready for the show. We are going to have a lot of great stuff. Of course, our inkjet coaters, as always. But this year, they're going to be attached to some of our wonderful packaging equipment from the SNEED-CAST line. We're going to start here. Samuel, you were tinkering with our case erector here. Which model is this? Because I know we have several models, but this is the one we're bringing to the show.
Yeah, so this is the 30 model. This is for small boxes. We have the 50 model. It's just for bigger boxes. So it's really, really nice.
Okay, great. And then this is for left-hand style boxes. You want to go ahead and, so essentially, guys, a case erector, for those of you that aren't aware, you put in a stack of flat boxes. It's going to spit them out for you formed like you can see here on the end over there. You basically just hit the button and it starts pulling out. The robotics does the thing. It's got a tape head on the bottom. We can do on the 30 head, or the 30 series here, it's a 2-inch tape head. On our bigger case erectors, you can also do a 3-inch tape head. Sometimes you need 3-inch tape for those bigger boxes. And on the tape side, we have hot melt and acrylic tape, so we have tape available for the machines as well. And I know you were just getting this fine-tuned for these size boxes. This is what we're running at the show. You've run some test boxes over there. Do we want to show the people at home kind of how this, maybe we spit out a box or two?
All right, here we go.
All right, so as you can see, folks, we got some really nice shaped boxes. They come out the bottom side taped. And then these are for the smaller boxes. We have a lot of e-commerce customers that are doing e-commerce shipping. So of course you have smaller boxes there. Had a lot of interest with this. Naturally, with the case erector though, Samuel, what comes next in the line is going to be our case sealer.
That's correct. So this case sealer is the CS 30SB. We have also, this is for small boxes. We also have attached right here our Freedom 22 for doing some prints on the box. Yep, exactly. So we can just, I don't know if you're okay with, we can go ahead and try it.
Yeah, just a couple of things though. I do have a couple of questions before we put some boxes through. So it's our SB small box case sealer, but we do have other sizes just like the case erectors, correct?
That's correct. So we have a bigger size box. So that's the 50 SB, and we have different other sizes.
Yep, I know we also have one that's pretty neat. Again, I mentioned e-commerce earlier. We have an extra small box case sealer as well that's like really, really tiny type retail type boxes that it'll tape. And for the larger case sealers, again, we have 3-inch tape heads available. A lot of times those larger boxes need a little bit more heavy duty tape. Again, acrylic and heavy duty tape available. And with our tape, we do have basically, if you use a big tape user, every pallet of tape you order, you also get a free tape head. So I always like to mention that. Now you mentioned we have our Freedom 22 case coater on here. So this, much like all of our coating technology, is thermal inkjet, right?
Yep, that's correct.
So it uses the thermal inkjet cartridges, maintenance free, no service, and nothing like that. Looks like it mounts very simply and easily. How long did it take you when you were setting this up, kind of give or take, to get the printer attached?
So when I set this up, it was around 1 hour to an hour and a half, just because I have to drill on the side, but everything, it was very simple to attach the printer.
It's something that somebody could easily do at their plant
Exactly.
on their own, right?
Yeah.
And you guys, I know you guys have a great help desk with videos explaining how to do everything. That you guys
That's
have
correct.
Done a great
And
job.
if somebody have a question, we can do also a video call and everything and explain everything.
Oh, great.
Over that.
Excellent. Now, the small box case taper is 2-inch tape only, just due to the size and everything. So essentially, we have this set up. Normally, you would have your case sealer right up against your case erector, or maybe a packing station here that you're putting your boxes in. Do we need to go? Probably this is a power switch here. I need to. Oh, is it not
right
turned
here.
on? Oh, okay. There it is. See, that's why we brought the technician along. He's much smarter than I am. So essentially, come back through here, just fold my flaps down, and I can just put that in there. It grabs it, spits it out, and tapes it, and we print on both sides there. Folks, we had to do a quick pause there in the video recording because we did have a limited amount of air hoses here in the warehouse, so Samuel had to disconnect it from the case erector, connect it to our production line here. This is our big finale, I suppose. This is going to be in the booth as well in the backdrop. Samuel and the rest of the technical services team have been working on getting this ready here over the last few weeks. It's a 4-head peristaltic pump filler. So that's basically like water type liquids, right, Samuel?
Everything liquids, yes.
Yeah,
that's correct.
Basic liquids, nothing too thick or anything, and then you want to get a different style pump. So he's got the 4 heads here. That's automatic, correct, Samuel?
Yep, that's correct. So we will show you in a little bit, but pretty much it will just go down, we'll fill the bottle, and you can just, it will be everything automatic. So a person will be right here, just putting the cups and the other side as well.
And then that's adjustable in terms of how much fill you want,
exactly.
up or down. Certainly, and then of course, I know you said we're gonna have it set up here. We're manually feeding the bottles, but right behind Samuel, you might notice there's a rotary table there. That's actually an unscrambler that typically would be set up to feed the bottles. So you're just putting the bottles on there, and then they get fed down. The next part of the line here is our capper. Samuel, you want to tell me a little bit how about that works, or tell the crowd here?
So pretty much once we pass this station right here, we put the cup, the top of the bottle, whatever you're using for that. Just put it like this on top, put it right here, and the sensor so will just close and seal the bottle.
Tighten that up there for you. And then our last step in the piece, of course, is a label applicator. So we got a round bottle label applicator. That'll basically apply a nice beautiful label there around the side of your bottle and spit it out here on our accumulation table at the end. At the show, we're only going to have the 3 main pieces in the middle just due to space constraints. So, of course, we do have rotary and accumulation tables available, very common on these types of product lines. In terms of, we also have multiple different types of pumps available. So if you are running a peanut butter paste or a shampoo, we have a sales rep right now talking to a gentleman doing shampoo, different type of pump necessary, we can do that for you as well. We want to go ahead and maybe set up some bottles, Samuel, and then I think you showed me how to do this earlier. I'm going to do my best to do the capping, and then we'll hopefully see some nice clean bottles come through here. And then it detects and counts the 4 bottles. The fillers drop down. Right now it's not actually doing any filling, it's just filling with air, but the timer goes off, the gate opens, bottles come through. You'll notice the gate's gonna close here so that we can separate them 1 bottle at a time. That was my bad, I need to do these. See, Samuel, this is what you get for having a sales rep. Do the demo. But I managed to get them on there. And then we got at the end here is that you're probably gonna wanna grab those bottles as it applies the label. All right. So that's the production line there. Again, Alexa, this is some of the great equipment we're going to have on display at the booth. We're going to have printers mounted on the production line. So we do have date coders for bottles, for caps. They're going to be set up on the production line. So you'll really be able to see how the different pieces of equipment can work together and integrate together to help streamline your production line and your packaging operations. So again, we look forward to seeing you guys at the booth. I think Daniel's got some more information for you guys about how to register, set up a consultation with one of our experts. Samuel's going to be there, as well as several of our other salespeople and technical folks as well. So thanks again, Alexa.
Thank you so much for that information, Ken. We definitely look forward to seeing all of this great equipment at PACK EXPO.
Perfect. Yeah, then just a quick thing to mention as well. If you're looking to attend that show and you're looking for some more information, especially for labeling, packaging, and coding, You can always schedule a meeting with one of us so that you have a slotted amount of time to, get a little one-on-one with one of us at the show. And then also we will be showing off the code at the end for free registration, saving over $180 for signing up to attend that show. And then we'll be in the North Hall, booth 9350. So if you guys are stopping by the show, make sure to come on by the booth and to help you guys out with anything of your coding, packaging, labeling needs.
Well, Daniel, thank you for that information. That is it for this episode of SNEED-CAST, guys. We'll see you at PACK EXPO. And like always, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification button down below to stay up to date with all of our great content. We'll see you there. Bye.